But if you don't live in New South Wales, you may never have heard him, or heard of him. Uncle Doug to his audience, Mullows to his friends, Doug Mulray is the kind of breakfast announcer who never ceases to daze and amaze. The kind of DJ who makes it hard to digest your breakfast. He's sharp, he's vulgar, and he's profoundly funny. The most original act on radio, which may never fully recover from him.
Officer, I've never been so offended.
Is this the man, madam?
No, the ears are wrong.
Oh, settle down, Mum.
No, the hair's not right.
Mum, do we have to do this? I thought he was funny.
He occupies the hottest slot on the #1 station in the biggest market in Australia. Breakfast on Sydney's 2MMM.
Oh, Doug Mulray. Right.
Oh, dear, now I really am offended. Ugh.
Doug Mulray. Be thankful you only have to listen to him.
Hi, I'm Chris Marshall. If you want to hear a man gabbling coherently about pianos, organs and keyboards, come and see me at Villawood. But if you want to hear a great deal on a bed, come and see my mate Joyce May.
Hello, Chris.
She's got loads of beds. She's got big beds, little beds, single beds, twin beds.
Much of the madness is carefully crafted. They're not just quips off the cuff.
Breakfast, bed and butter.
Good morning, Mr. Smith.
Hello, Helga. And often I fancy the Filipino houseboy.
Good morning, Mr.
Mulray has a good dozen scriptwriters and a permanent sidekick, Dave Gibson. Between them all, they create characters so ridiculous, you just have to believe them.
Kiss me quick.
That's Dick.
I know that.
Even the real people become characters.
So it seems.
Figures of fantasy like Frank, the inflatable sports reporter.
Now find his little pizzle, connect the pump. And pumping. There we are. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, matey.
Franco, Vincenzo, Maurizio. Your theme, Santa Lucia.
You won't spot a totally straight character at any stage over Mulray's 3-hour stint, which is the way Uncle Doug wants it.
It's very exciting, really, isn't it? Do you find the whole thing exciting? Yes. Yes, very exciting. 7:16 now at the Tasteful One.
Radio for so long discouraged people who had something to say. I mean, when people of my vintage came through, there was a red light that flashed on the desk if people spoke for more than 7 seconds. I mean...
You're kidding?
No. There was a whole generation of 24/5, 4 in the morning in the city, how you doing? 2SM and out. And that was what they did. That's what they were allowed to say.
Bastard!
It's not easy, is it?
At the very least, it's irreverent. To the ears of some, it's downright smut.
Are you really a grubby young man? Are you a grubby young man?
Sure, yeah. I was a dirty old man at the age of 10. I did win an award from the champagne people recently, though. Wasn't that nice? A diplôme d'honneur for services to the French champagne industry.
Very nice.
And Lady McMahon was there.
She spoke with you?
She did ask me not to call her Lady McMahon. Son, baby, I said. How they hanging? She was shocked.
It's 8:52 a.m.
One more time for the slow learners, Uncle Clocker.
It's 8:52 a.m.
The woman in Doug's life is also his producer, Miss Lizzie. Mulray has one child, James, from a previous marriage. When we first met them, Miss Lizzie was about to produce 2 more.
Are you going to be there? You are?
Sure.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I thoroughly recommend attending a birth to anyone. Go to a major women's hospital and just ask people as they go in screaming in labour pains if it'd be all right if you attended, because it really is a magnificent occasion.
Really?
Oh, weep.
Did you? Did you weep buckets?
Thought I'd never stop.
Do you think he's really going to be a help?
Oh, yes. Great, I'm supposed to keep still.
Woo!
He can be mad 1 minute, serious the next. Very serious.
I get very black moods, yeah. And it's very hard to dig myself out of the emotional mire in which I find myself.
What makes the blackness?
I think the very ugly circumstances in which we live. I'm talking about empathizing with the miserable creatures on the face of the earth, and that I do little or nothing for them, apart from make them laugh occasionally. And I mean, fart jokes isn't exactly a great contribution to culture, is it? Or to the race as we understand it.
Are you a manic depressive?
I don't know. I'm not clinically trained. But it's a great term to bandy about. It tends to draw enormous enthusiasm and sympathy from attractive women.
It works, doesn't it?
Yes. Poor little me, so confused. Please help me. Give me a little succor, a little comfort.
Sob. Drugs do make me cry. What the hell? Let's have a little number, shall we?
Number 2.
Number 2, one of my favourites. But so hard to get out of the rug. It's 27 to 9 now. Add the tasteful one.
Mulray will turn absolutely anything to his advantage, like the Bomb Squad's sniffer dog that's come to check out the studios before Bob Hawke does a talk session.
Studio. I don't think we should do it while the news is on. I think we should do it live. The drama behind the microphone. Warts and all, wireless, radio real. Bring on the dog. Cindy, her name is, I believe. Oh. Come on, Cindy. Oh, I was afraid this would happen. Warwick and Cindy aren't hitting it off. I think we will go to commercial after all before the... No, please, somebody get a hose! Somebody get a hose!
Off the air, yes. On the wagon, no.
I drink too much, I think. In fact, I've just been told that I have far too many enzymes in my liver for the destruction of alcohol.
What, medically? A doctor has told you this?
Yes, yes. He said, what do you do? Well, how much do you drink? I said, oh, I'd have a bottle of wine. He said, well, that's probably too much. I said, that's during the show. Then I get off the air at 9, I'll have a bourbon and Coke and a couple of drinks with lunch. And then go home and have some real drinks with dinner.
Does it help?
Look.
Absolutely rock steady.
It's a relaxant. But it certainly doesn't help the waistline. I mean, I've lost my sylph-like figure.
Holy shit! Hold on to your feet, boys. We gonna do some boogie.
That's the one. It's so good today, Uncle Doug.
Do I look good?
Yep.
Keep telling me. It's fantastic to hear, because I saw the videotape of my appearance on the Ray Martin show yesterday, and I didn't think I looked fantastic. Coming on straight after John Travolta was certainly my worst career mistake to date.
Yes, I'm very bitter about having been handed out an ugly hand.
Are you serious, or is this a joke?
I've often done jokes about it, often. But, I mean, it's a genuine concern. I mean, the fact that my mother borrowed another baby to take to my christening is still a deep concern for me.
He has such an imagination, hasn't he? Wrong.
Doug's mother, Dorothy Mulray.
Was he a beautiful baby?
Absolutely, yes.
So it's not true that you hung a chop around his neck so that the dog would play with him?
We didn't have a dog, darling.
So, I mean, you know, I'll do anything to get a laugh, really.
Is it funny?
What? That I'm ugly?
That you think you are?
If I engineer it, it is, yeah. If I just lie around in bed with a sheet over my head, it's not. It's depressing.
This is the antidote to Doug Mulray's mania. His farm in the Blue Mountains. He didn't want us to film all his cars, but at the same time, he's not ashamed of the fruits of his success.
I'm not a particularly mercenary individual. I suppose that seems silly when you cut this comment into pictures of cars and rolling green fields, but these are byproducts of what I do. And I'm quite comfortable with the idea that there are rewards for the work I do and the success I've generated.
I wouldn't like to push you on your salary, Doug. I think it's a very private matter, but just generally speaking...
If you were to broach the subject...
No, I'm not going to be that subtle. Have you reached $1 million a year yet?
I think it's really tacky to talk about.
It's super tacky. You're going to tell me?
No, I have no intention of telling you. I have no intention of discussing that, the length of my penis, or the problem I have with piles.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 8 minutes to 8. This is Triple M 104.9, manic but meaningful megahertz with your Uncle Doug doing it for you until 9 o'clock. This was requested by a very old friend of mine, the band Rejoicing in the Name of Aunties Who Slip in the Tongue's version of the Aerosmith tune Janie's Got a Gun. It's called Janie's Not a Nun.
It's another of Uncle Doug's many talents, to take almost any innocent pop song and turn it into something deeply offensive. Transformed, the hit tune Janie's Got a Gun becomes the saga of a nun who turns to prostitution.
again. We'll do another one.
It takes just a few minutes to play, hours to produce.
Now she's doing things to man in cars. I can do it every time except when we record.
Oh! The intensity of it all. You won't fool the children of the revolution, certainly not the children of the Russian Revolution. They're all dead. It's 25 to 9. And the phone is ringing for me and my gal. Stand by. Hello, Doug Mulray, Triple M.
Bonjour. From the French meaning hello, it's Gloria.
Hello, Gloria, how are you? You actually sound a little rattled.
Well, I am. I'm in High Dudgeon.
I see. Is that near Hurstville at all?
Look, I mean, I'm upset.
Gloria, the most notorious of Doug's regulars on the program.
It's not fair. What about my station? 2LSN, radio.
Yes, radio for the partially deaf. What about it?
Well, that's exactly it. What about us? Nobody gives a continental about us. The forgotten, deaf, silly old buggers of...
Beggars.
There are a lot of people in the radio industry who swear they know who the character is.
I believe it's standards, Doug, you know that. I wouldn't dream of having 60 minutes in my studio.
Why not?
They steal things.
What?
They're kleptomaniacs, every one of them.
If the defamation law's allowed, we could tell you who we think Gloria is.
That's all.
I'm not jealous. I got my facts straight. What reporter did they send?
Jennifer Byrne.
She's the worst.
Is she?
Look at what she's wearing. All stolen from people she's interviewed.
I take it, I mean, often they are based on real people.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes their character will be... You're not going to ask me.
No.
Where did you get the character of Gloria from?
I will not answer that question. That would be suicide. No. I mean, some of them are based on real people.
It's a sensitive subject, isn't
some
it?
people would be offended by our basing characters on them, and I think it's very, very important for the character, the ongoing character, the audience who loves that character.
You're blustering.
And indeed, filibustering, I think, is the description. And indeed,
You wouldn't like to tell me a bit about...
You've won a point.
You wouldn't like to...
No.
No?
I'm sorry, please.
No?
I've seen this in the old Willesee shows.
You're going to get up and walk out,
I knock
are
the
you?
camera over and I pull the film out, and then my family comes out, and there's marijuana growing in the backyard. I know.
I take it you don't want to talk about Gloria. I think you've made the point. Is that right?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just confused.
And as for you, O companion of the chosen one...
Yes?
The life of an isolated band of religious fanatics creates certain demands and...
Oh, no! Not Jiggy Jig again!
Are you surprised at what you can get away with?
I think it's unusual. I don't know. I used to think it was because I had such a cute little pixie face and such dancing eyes. But, you know, that doesn't work on radio.
Always have only one safe breakfast partner. Always.
I think we redefine what you can or can't do on contemporary radio in this country and possibly the world on a daily basis. G'day, sunshine. Little Rosie.
Uncle Doug becomes Father Doug, and the funny man turns serious again. Well, relatively serious.
Of all the colours they can be, pink is the best.
Small but perfectly formed, and just 5 minutes old. Rosie and Thomas.
Not as hairy as his sister. He's got much bigger testicles. I am happier now than I've ever been. I have beautiful children, a stable relationship, and job satisfaction. Tell me about it. I think the late 30s are a golden age for me.
Such a nice, cosy end to the story, except that Doug Mulray isn't quite so predictable. He's decided to end his brilliant career. He'll walk away from the microphone...
in May 1992.
You have a retirement date already?
When my contract runs out, I have no intention of going on. I'm just hoping that the audience will stay with me till then, because there are some model Jaguars I don't own yet.
Oh.
Uh-oh, the cuckoo kids. That means it's time to go.
We really must knock that naughty clock that says it's time to go. It's gone so fast, our time has passed, and we must end our show.
Cheerio, everybody.
I'll cop you later. Bye. It's been fabulous having me at your place. I mean that very sincerely.